Good evening, viewers. Well, I'm saying evening, actually afternoon. We're still in the afternoon. So, good afternoon, viewers. Let me quickly bring this a little bit closer. Yeah. Good afternoon, viewers, and welcome to All About Women. Let's talk. Good evening to as many of you. I really hope that you all are enjoying your afternoon. You're having a great and a wonderful afternoon so far, despite the fact the weather is not so great outside. But hey, there's not really much we can do. Mostly in the UK here, that yeah, we have our good weathers and the bad weathers, but we've kind of learned to get used to it anyway. But we shouldn't kind of really let it to kind of spoil our day. So anyway, guys, so yeah, I hope you all are really enjoying your day so far. Many of you are resting. Some of you are currently at work right now. Um, and some of you are probably, some of you are probably like in the evening in your certain countries, while some are probably in the morning, some are probably at the same time we are. Well, yeah, it depends. So anyway, guys, yeah, so we're still on the topic of marriage, which is a very long topic, and this is a very important thing for us all to know about. So today we are currently looking at we are com- we're currently looking at how to rebuild how to rebuild trust after a uh, marriage. As in, what I mean is that how to rebuild trust after a marriage. So that's what we're kind of going to be talking about today. But before we get into that, many of you may or may not know me, but it is your girl Adez. So as we start now, a lot of us ladies, women, we've been in our marriages for a very long time, for many years. We started off with our life partners, and for many years, and things have been rosy, and you've been very happy in your marriage so far. And all of a sudden, along the way, a temptation comes the way of that woman, and that woman actually, guys, bear with me, hold on. That woman actually, um, mm, yeah, it's a little bit better. Yeah, then all of a sudden, that woman suddenly kind of starts looking outside. She kind of starts looking outside her marriage. She starts kind of chasing after men, and so in fact sometimes it's not really always the woman, but sometimes it's the man, is the man himself. And the like women, actually, women are the kind of person, actually, because women, they are kind of the weaker vessel. So it's not that they are the kind of person that cheats, but when something happens in the marriage, it pushes them to actually cheat in the marriage. It's not that they actually planned on doing it. It's not that they really wanted to do it, but something has happened. Something has gone wrong in that marriage that has caused them to cheat on their husband. And although that the woman is she's always faithful. Yeah, she's always faithful. She has done everything she can to keep her marriage, and she was kind of unable to do so just because a temptation has come her way, and she has guys, bear me, yeah, but just because a temptation has come her way, and then all of a sudden that temptation has come in a form of a man. Now, men out there, yeah, they're temptations. Yes, they are temptation. And mostly when a woman is a Christian and she is a believer of God, yeah, temptations and obstacles always come in form of men. And most of those men are are not really kind of, they're not kind of really the kind of men that a person would really want, apart from the ladies who are single that are looking for men. They're not kind of the the men that that married women should kind of really go for, because they've already committed their life, they've committed their life to their husbands, and they have actually um, said to their husbands, committed to their husband, that they are going to spend the rest of their life with each other, and through thick and thin, until death do them part. The normal vows that that is actually said in a marriage. So they've committed themselves, and they will stay together until they grow old. But when a temptation comes, is kind of hard to overcome that temptation. Is very, very hard. As much as you try your best, as much as you pray, morning, night, midnight, into the morning, you try your best, you pray, ask God to take you away from all the temptation and trial and everything, and yet that temptation in a form of a man still happens. And then when it happens, the the man will be so happy, because although the man already knows that you are married, and yet his aim is to go after, as in target, married women. Mostly these men that actually sees a woman, and they know quite well that that woman is married. They are actually, yeah, they are set as temptation, and they go after these married women, and they use them. They use them. They get them drunk, mostly in a pub or in a bar, or um, at a club. They'll use them. They take that advantage. Get them so drunk that even the woman herself, she doesn't even know what she's even doing. She has no clue. She has no slightest idea that she is actually fallen into the trap of that man. She has no idea, because the woman is completely drunk. In fact, that guy has probably even drugged her and put pills into her drink that has made her very, very high, that she doesn't even know what she's even doing. But all she knows, all she sees, that she's with a guy that at that moment that she thinks is her husband, but she actually doesn't know that that guy that she's with is actually the the destroyer himself, that has actually come to actually target that woman, and make her to actually do the unthinkable. The woman will be there pouring her heart out to a complete and random stranger that she has no idea, has no clue of where this guy even came from. She doesn't even know this guy from Adam. She doesn't even know. She doesn't even know where this guy has come from. And this guy is the guy is just pretending to be a friend and just say, oh, that hey, yeah, he will use the sweet words, and he's like, hey baby, yeah, are you okay? Are you sure that things are going well with you? Then once he's succeeded, he's succeeded and he's put pills into her drink and got her really drunk. He will now sit there and listen while the woman is pouring out her heart to the man, and the woman is actually has fallen victim for this guy, and this guy is sitting there listening to all of her problems, and this woman has actually gone and told this guy what is happening in her marriage, that her marriage isn't going well. Her husband beats her. Her husband has turned her to a punch bag, and her husband is kind of not really loving her again. She has now trapped herself and has become a prey to this very individual that she doesn't know where this guy has come from, and yet she has no idea that this guy has actually come to have his way with her and practically break her down, so that when the husband eventually and later finds out, then it's too late. Now, we as women, we have of course we are the weaker vessels. I'm not gonna lie, yeah, we are the weaker vessels, and that's why it's kind of good that we have a man to actually guide us, and to prevent us from going astray. It's kind of good to have a man around, because the man is the one that actually has more knowledge. I mean, not to say that that women don't have the knowledge, but the men has more knowledge than we do. So it's kind of better that we kind of seek the advice from the man, and to kind of understand where you've gone wrong and kind of correct those areas of where you have gone wrong, and acknowledge it as well. Now, we women, yeah, again, we're the weaker vessels, and sometimes half of the things that we do, we have no clue, we have no idea that we are actually doing those things. And when we're doing those things, it's not even with ordinary eyes that we are actually doing those things at that very time. It's not, yeah, because no real person, as in no real woman, will actually kind of put her eye outside, and kind of decide to actually go to another man when her husband is there for her and is always supporting her, and he is always giving her what she wants whenever she needs it. Then some random guy out of nowhere that doesn't even know you, that guy has known you for 1 day, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 3 months, and then the woman decides that she wants to give into that guy. First of all, you kind of need to understand that guy, this new guy, has a motive. He has an aim to go in, to actually penetrate inside of you, and he is actually just there to come to destroy your marriage. Then once he's succeeded, then he's happy that he's gotten his way, and he he constantly comes back for more. He constantly keeps doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it until he gets tired and move to the next victim. So that's what he will keep doing. He will just be targeting all married women. But if a particular woman, if she if she's actually wise enough and she kind of understands what this man is trying to do, she won't actually fall a victim. She won't fall a victim of that man, and she knows that, oh, that okay, that this man is no good. This man is no good for me, and he is just there to actually wreck and break my marriage, and I'm not kind of ready. I'm not kind of ready to kind of lose my husband. That's what she'd be saying to herself. That look, that I know how hard it was for me to find a man, and I fell in love with my man and committed a long life commitment, and to stay and to grow old with him and to have a family. And I'm not kind of ready to actually break that vow that I made at the altar. That woman has kind of really understood that, look, that this other guy, this random guy, is just out there to destroy her marriage. And what she would do is that she will actually go her way. She will just go the other side and kind of move completely away from him. And even when the guy is trying to get her attention, she will not agree to it. She will not agree to it. That she will rather she'll warn the guy and tell the guy that, look, listen, that if you try this again, I will call my husband. And the worst part of it is that most married men, when a woman tells a man that she's married and they don't respect that, the guy actually thinks that the woman is joking. Although the guy has actually seen the ring on her finger, and even before she even warns the guy, she puts her hands up and like trying to let the man know that, look, I'm married. The guy doesn't even understand. He doesn't understand it at all. I mean, it doesn't make sense. A woman has put her hand up and has given you a sign, has given you a signal, letting you know that she is married and you need to move. Then if the guy doesn't understand that again, what she would do, the smart move that she will actually do is that she'll pretend to agree. Then she will tell him, oh, what did you say again? You said you were interested in me, right? Okay. She then the next thing she will say, oh, hold on, I need to ease myself. I need to go to the bathroom. As she gets to the bathroom, she's on the phone call. She's on the phone. The first thing she'll do, she'll call her husband. Oh, honey, listen, I'm at the club. I came here to spend time with my friends, and there's this guy. This guy's harassing me, and I've already told this guy that, look, listen, I'm married, and he keeps harassing me. He won't leave me alone. Then the husband will tell her just to either to wait that he's coming, or the next thing that he will tell her to do is call the police. Then she will hang up the phone, then call the police. Officers, please, there's this guy that's actually harassing me and he's disturbing me, and I've told this guy, listen, I'm married, and I need you to actually come and pick up this guy. In the UK here, when a woman tells a man that she's married, and this guy does not even understand the signs, it is actually a criminal offense for a man to harass a married woman, despite the fact that the woman has actually told him that she is married and she's not interested. Then the next thing that the police will come. Yeah, the police will come and arrest that man and question the man, and the officers will ask that, look, has has she told you that she's married? You say yeah. Then the officers will ask him, okay, she's told you she's married, she's told you she's not interested, then why are you harassing her? Then he'll be like, oh, that he actually thought, when she actually told me that she's married, I actually thought that she was actually joking, but I didn't realize that she was actually very, very serious. The officers will take him, handcuff him, and take him straight to to their office, to the police station. So it's very bad for men to actually target married women when they hear that the woman is married and she's not interested, and yet they keep on pressing on. It's very, very bad. So then this woman, she's already called her husband and told her husband that, listen, honey, this guy's harassing me. The husband will say, wait, we'll call the police. Then she's called the police, and she's told the police what is happening. The officers come, arrest the man, and take him away. That is actually kind of more of a lesson to men, that when a woman is on her own with her friends and having a great time, that woman did not come out because of that man. That woman has come out with her friends to have a great time because she deserves it. She has been working back to back, Monday to Friday. She's not rested. So she decided to come out on Saturday with her friends, have a few drinks, have fun, dance away to nice music, and then after some time, go home, go back to her husband. And then men will just come and target these married women and use them as a prey to get what they want. Once they get what they want, they are happy. Then they move to the next married woman. No, that actually needs to stop. It actually needs to stop. And I'm actually really happy. That there is a very strong and powerful law in the UK against men that targets married women. I'm actually really happy with that. So yeah. Anyway, now we're going to go into the main point itself. So in order to kind of to regain the trust, because we women actually, we women has we've made a lot of mistakes. We've made a lot of mistakes and have broken our home, and have actually been dishonest to our husbands, and it's gotten to the point that the husband actually no longer trusts you again. The husband doesn't believe you again, that he has to be checking your phone, and checking your phone and checking your call log to see if whether or not that woman is chatting to another man, or he practically want to know who you're talking to. And even when you decide that you want to go out, and you tell your husband that, oh honey, I'm going to this place, then the husband will actually want to know. It's his right. It is his right to know where you're going to, and then he'll want for you that when you get to wherever it is that you've told him you're going to, put him on video so that he can actually confirm that you're actually at that very location that you said that you are going to. So we often make all these mistakes, which is not really our fault. Just like I said before, that women are not really the kind of person that actually cheats, but when something has happened or something has gone wrong in the marriage, it actually causes them to cheat. Yeah, it actually does cause them to cheat. They don't just come out and decide that they want to cheat on their husband. No, they don't do that. But something has happened in the marriage that has actually made that woman to seek comfort in the hands of another man. So we women, we women kind of really should not, we should not kind of always be blamed, but but we're humans. We are humans, and we need to kind of actually not be judgmental. And yeah, despite the fact that the woman has made all these mistakes, and this woman is doing everything she can to change her ways and get her husband to acknowledge that she's actually changed, then and the husband doesn't actually believe her that she has actually given up such life. um, the husband will still be pressing on, and he will actually want to actually see evidence of everything that is actually happening before he can actually be certain that, oh, okay, that yes, my wife is actually going to this place and she's not going to deviate or go to anywhere else. So in order to build that to actually rebuild that trust is so to rebuild the trust after a mistake. First, offer a sincere apology and take responsibility without making excuses. So we as women, when we've made mistakes, when we've made mistakes, and these mistakes are not even just one, we need to kind of acknowledge we've done wrong, and we should actually just um, either come to the husband, or when the husband is actually very, very utterly angry, first of all, let him calm down, give him time to calm down. When he's calmed down, then you sit him down and sit him down, hug him, then apologize to him and tell him that, oh, that honey, I'm really sorry that I did this, and I'm sorry that I did this. I didn't mean to hurt you. I didn't mean to offend you, and this such a mistake will not happen again. But I am really working very hard to actually correct all my mistakes, and any mistake or any upcoming mistakes. I'm actually working very hard to correct these mistakes. So, and he will understand. He will definitely understand that. Now, the second is to listen to the other person's feelings with empathy and allow them time to heal. Now, mostly when a woman has actually done has done the unthinkable and has broken the bridge, it will take a while. It will take time. It will take time for the husband to actually regain your trust back, even though that you're doing everything you can, you're making all the efforts. Yeah, keep trying, keep trying and trying and trying. Keep communicating with him. Keep trying, and one day he will break through, and he will trust you again. But it's not something that is going to happen overnight. You need to kind of constantly be working on it, and actually work towards regaining his trust back. Um, and at the same time, listen, and also listen to the person's feelings. So listen to each other's feelings as well. Listen to it, because it's very important for both parties to listen to their feelings. Then finally, demonstrate consistent, trustworthy behavior through open communication. Keep keeping promises and making a plan to avoid future mistakes. Now there's a video that I actually there was a video that I actually was watching quite yeah just before I started. This guy was actually kind of giving lectures of how to actually rebuild um, rebuild a relationship. Um, like he didn't kind of just center it on one person. He said where he said both. He said whether if it's your a family, friends, a neighbor, a parent, or a child, or a spouse. He kind of didn't really center it on just one person, but he said it on so many other people. He said communication. He said communication is one of those keys. Um, he said communication is one of those keys, and he's also said that it's very important to rebuild to rebuild that relationship, and for the wife to kind of the wife or spouse to actually kind of always communicate with her husband, and listen to what he says. Always listen to what he says, in terms of having plans on rebuilding your marriage. Then he also said that he also said to have to actually have a open agreement, or open agreement to as in an open agreement as in to write an agreement. He said to write an agreement amongst yourself, and work towards that actual agreement, and yeah, work towards it, and actually learn other ways, other strategies to rebuild the rebuild the marriage. And I was actually kind of really touched with that. I was really touched with that, because I didn't at first know that there was such a thing um, that can actually help to rebuild that trust back. Now, the first, apologize and take responsibility. So again, apologize sincerely, offer a heartfelt apology that acknowledges your mistakes and the pain you have caused. So yeah, it's kind of to always apologize to your husband. Anytime you make mistake, just realize that you've made that mistake, take full responsibility of that mistake, and apologize to your husband, and let him know that you won't kind of repeat those mistakes again, and work towards avoiding any future mistakes. In fact, to try your best to even stay away from these mistakes before it even happens. Um, avoid avoid excuses. Do not minimize their feelings or shift blame to each other or circumstances. Now, as married couples, we should not kind of really blame ourselves when something goes wrong. We shouldn't blame ourselves, and in fact, both parties shouldn't even blame themselves. It's kind of better to find where the root problem has come from. Whether if it's from your family, or maybe Maybe there's a family member who's jealous of you, of your marriage. Is probably jealous that you are successful in your marriage and things are going well. So it can be a family member who's very jealous. It can be a family member who doesn't even like you at all and actually um, has actually decided to be a thorn in the flesh just because of your marriage. So it can be, yeah, it can be family members that that are the cause of the problem. It can be, yeah, it can be family members, or it can be like for example, it can be like like maybe your cousin who's jealous of you, or a long lost cousin that you haven't even seen since you were little, that you don't even remember how your cousin how your cousin even looks like. And one day when your cousin even calls you, you'll be shocked. You'll be thinking that sorry, who are you? How did you get my number? Then the cousin will be saying, oh, that I actually got your number from your dad. Then your cousin will call you, oh, I heard that you got married, and you and think, yeah, things are going well. How is married life? How's everything going? And deep within him or himself, he or she is actually very, very jealous of your marriage, and will do everything he can. He can go to every length. In fact, he can go to every length by traveling to India or maybe to Nigeria, just to do everything they can to scatter your marriage, because the cousin has heard that the husband is super rich, and the cousin wants to actually extract money from the husband of the uh, married couple. And just because the cousin has heard the husband is very rich, and he wants to abstract money from the man. So the cousin will one day call the husband and say, oh, Tom, um, I need some help. Tom, yeah, please, I need your help. You know that you're in-law, and yeah, I've invested this money on a business, and the business is not going well. It's gone downhill. I don't know what it is that I've done that the business is not going right. And the husband will actually ask him that, what are the steps, what are the measures that you've taken to improve. Then the cousin will say, oh, I've met with other people to kind of get ideas of what I can do to kind of bring the business up again. I've met with marketers and everything, but to no avail. Then the cousin will say, oh, will it be possible if you can kind of give me some financial assistance, like any little thing that you have that can actually help me to boost my business, that because I have actually kind of run out of stock in my shop, and I need some money from you, like any amount, whatever amount that touches your heart. Then the husband will ask the cousin, how much do you need? The cousin will say, oh, I need just about £2 million. That £2 million, I believe, can actually help me to boost my business and restock my shop. Then what what the husband will do is that he will say, okay, that's fine. Before I can give you this money, I actually need to consult my wife. I need to actually tell my wife before I can actually give you this money, because I can't just go behind my wife's back and actually give you this money. Then the cousin will be like, oh, okay, that's fine. I'll be waiting. The husband will drop the phone and call his wife, sit her down and say, oh, that look, honey, I received this phone call from your cousin. Your cousin is financially stranded. Actually he needs money from me to support his business. He said that he needs about £2 million. That do you agree for me to give him £2 million just to boost his business up? Then then it will be up to the wife. Yeah, it will be up to the wife to say yes or no. But the husband wouldn't kind of want to go behind the wife's back and actually just give out money without letting the wife know about it. Then once the wife agrees and she says yes, then she will now call back the cousin, and he will now call back the cousin and tell the cousin, oh, that sir, I have spoken to my wife, and my wife has agreed, but I will give you the money on one condition. Then he'll be like, oh, what? Okay, what's the condition? Now, the first condition is that as soon as your business starts to bounce back, I need you to pay me back with interest. I need you to pay me back by the by latest ending of December or January. In fact, I'll actually give you up to January to pay me back the money. Then he will agree. And then the second is that the cousin actually needs to come over to the house and actually sign and say that he agrees. He agrees that as soon as his business comes back up, then he will actually pay the husband back in full with interest, and nothing wrong will happen to the money that he's been given. Then the cousin will sign. Then the husband immediately will give him a check of £2 million. The cousin will go and cash in that check, and then obviously wait for the check to clear, which sometimes the check takes about it normally sometimes takes within 3 to 7 working days to clear before that person can even see the money. Then once it's cleared and that person has seen the money, then he will actually do what he took the money for, and everything. But that is what some families do. Some families, they're actually genuine, that when they borrow money from the husband, they will actually borrow it for the purpose of why they're taking the money and pay the husband back in full with interest and without any issues. Whereas there's some which are crooks and will actually extract the husband of the money and taken a lot of money until they have actually milked that person dry of his money, and then one day the husband that was rich is no longer rich. Then one day the husband's business has gone downhill. This is someone that was formerly rich and he's gone downhill. Then he'll be wondering what happened, that why why am I now broke? Why is my business gone down? Then he won't know until he later realizes that the family member that he actually gave that money to had very evil intention of the husband, and that they were pretending the whole time. Then by the time he actually realizes that, it's too late, and he'll be doing everything he can to get that money back and everything, but it's too late, because now that person that the husband has helped is now the one that is rich, and the man will be begging for his money back, and then the family member that is now rich won't even look his way. He won't look his way at all. He will just ignore him and just say, oh, okay, okay, come back. Hello, how are you? Thank you for coming on. I am great, thank you. Then the husband will say, okay, that oh, you said to come back next week. The then the person will just be using the man, and telling him, come back next week, come back in 2 weeks time. Oh, okay. Yeah, me too. um and come back in 2 weeks time, or come back next year. that's where it's even the worst. The this very person, he works. Oh my god, he will extend it. And tell the man, come back next year. And to even make matters worse, after he say come back next year, he will say come back in 2 weeks. So he'll be tossing the man like a ball. He'll be tossing him around like a ball, and just be telling him, come back, come back, come back, come back, come back. Then this family member that the husband actually gave money to, that is now rich, he this guy will actually probably, it's either he will take a holiday, or he'll probably even relocate actually to another country entirely, and get you stay there, become a citizen there, and will not come back, because he knows that the husband will be demanding for his money, so he would look for every way to escape. That's why it's kind of really important for you as an individual to do your research about a person, mostly that is a family member, because not every single family member are to be trusted. Not all of them are to be trusted. Some of them have evil intention. Yeah, some of them actually have evil intention towards you, and they don't actually want to see you flourish. They rather want to even milk you dry until you become broke one day. So sometimes it's kind of very good for you to actually do that research of your family member, and actually find out about that very family member before even giving out money to that actually family member. Find out whether or not that the reason why that family member is taking money from you is for that actual reason, before even handing out such a huge amount of money. Because like I said, not all family members are actually very genuine. They don't really have your best interests at heart. Most family members are very, very jealous of you, and will do everything they can to bring you down. They can go as far as going the diabolical way, really, to actually bring you down. Yeah, they can. They can go as far as going the diabolical way by going to Nigeria or going to another country just to get a charm to use on you to bring you down, or that family member can go as far as joining a cult to become rich, and when that person joins a cult, then they will actually then the cult leader will actually give the rules and the regulations of joining the cult, and the leader will say, oh, that look that to become a member, you have to actually give up the most person that you actually love within your family. You have to give them up. You and then the second is that you cannot help you can't help your family member just so that person can be rich, that you are not allowed to help the family member. And the day you decide to help your family member, then you will suffer the consequences, and your money will actually disappear. Then the person will agree and offer up that very family member they love so much. They'll offer them, and and then hand them over, and then they do all the things that needs to be done, which many of us knows exactly what I mean when it comes to a person joining a cult. So yeah, then after that, once that family member has joined the cult and everything, and done the initiation and everything, then they have to do a test, and then be fortified. Then they now become a full member, and within like 3 days or before the ending of the month, they suddenly become rich. When that very family member, as in another family member, actually sees you, they'll be wondering that, oh, is it not the same person that was actually looking for money for his business, and then all of a sudden he's rich? How comes this person suddenly rich? They won't know. They won't know that that person has gone and sold his soul to the devil and has joined a cult. They won't know until until much later on, that they actually get to find out about that. And that's why it's kind of good to not kind of go down the quick way to get to become rich. Is better. It's actually better for you to suffer it and work your way to the top, by doing all the research that you need to do to be able to get ideas of how you can become rich, rather than taking the easy option, which at the end of the day is not even going to last. Because when people join cults, it doesn't even last. The highest they give them is 5 years, or even 10 years to live and to enjoy the wealth. And that 5 years, that 10 years is not even long enough. That's why it's better not to even join them at all. Now, take ownership. Clearly state your mistake and your role in it, showing maturity and genuine remorse. So when it comes to married couples, and yeah, they've made mistakes. Yeah, it's good to take ownership that you've done that you've done wrong, and that you've done wrong, and state that very mistake that you've done, and acknowledge the role that you actually played in it, and just and at the same time show that you're actually mature about it by coming out of it and say, oh, honey, that yes, I did this, and I'm really sorry, and I won't do it again. Then your husband will now understand that, that that you're really remorsed, and such a thing won't repeat itself again. Now, now the second is listen and allow healing. Now, listen actively. Give the other person a chance to express their feelings and concern without interrupting or becoming defensive. So it's very important to it's very important to actually listen. Hear your wife out. Your wife, your wife has done something, has done the unthinkable, and has sought solace in another man, and has actually broken the marriage vow, and although she admits that she did it, and she's very remorseful that she will not do it again. It's good, it's good to listen to the wife and not be judgmental and not be defensive. Just listen to her, find out from her why she did what she did, and she will respond. She will tell you why she did what she did, um, and she won't repeat it again. Now, now the next one: show constant trustworthiness. Be consistent. Consistently demonstrate reliable and trustworthy behavior over time to rebuild trust. Follow through on your promises, even small ones. Practically, even if it's small ones, yeah. So it's kind of good to always to be consistent with with things. Mostly when it comes to mistakes, whether big or small, it's always good to be consistent, and by being consistent, by kind of consistently avoiding those mistakes, and consistently acknowledging that you have made these mistakes, and you are working towards improving, and being remorseful of what you've done, and acknowledge your husband, to always talk to your husband and tell your husband that, oh, I'm really sorry, that please forgive me. And the husband will forgive. It's just that it will take time. It will take time, and it will actually take a while. Now, communicate openly. Foster open communication and allow the other person to voice their insecurities or doubts without judging them. Now, sometimes the wife gets pushed to the wall. It's not that they ever planned or they want to cheat. No, the wife has been pushed to the wall. When a wife is actually sex starved, as in the husband is always away on business trips, and the husband is out of the country for certain period of time, that sometime that the husband will um, the husband will be away for 1 month, then he will come back. Instead of him to like have quality time with his wife, he'll be working, and he'll be working on the laptop, and the wife is actually trying to get the attention of her husband, and the wife will go as far as dressing sexy for her husband, and the husband is actually not the husband actually doesn't even have time for her. All his focus is on his work, and then he's focused on his work and the deadline, and then the husband was saying that, oh, that honey, please, I kind of really need to concentrate. I have a deadline. I need to submit this deadline by 12 midnight. The wife will be frustrated, will be very, very angry, and she'll go to bed and sleep off. She will sleep off in anger. They'll wake up the next day. And then the husband will greet his wife, asking her how she's doing and so on and so forth. Then the wife will be saying that, oh, that, look, honey, I'm not happy with you, that you denied me my rights, and yeah, I'm not happy with you. I don't in fact, I don't ever want such a thing to repeat itself again. Then the husband will say, oh, that okay, that when I get back from the office, can we talk about this? By the time the husband gets back from the office, the husband is coming back from the office around 10 or 11 o'clock. By the time the husband comes back, the wife has already made his dinner and everything, and actually covered it, either put it in the fridge or on top of the microwave, and wait for the husband. While she's waiting for the husband, she slept off, just because she couldn't wait again. She slept off on the sofa. The husband will now come back by 11:30 or even midnight, just because the traffic that he actually overcame, which is what made him late. Then the husband will kiss her, wake her. He'll kiss her while she's on the sofa. The wife will wake up, and then they'll just sit, have a quick chat before the husband has a shower and things. Then the husband will be asking, oh, what is it that you were trying to tell me this morning? Yeah, the wife will say, oh, that I was not happy because you starved me of what I wanted. I was like, oh, okay, sorry that I won't do such a thing again. Then the husband will now tell her that, look, that, oh, honey, while I was at the office, I was actually called from my business partners that I need to be in China by tomorrow morning to tidy up some things. Then the wife will be confused. She'll be like, oh, but you came back not too long ago, and you already need to be in China the next day. And these actually are part of what actually drives a wife into doing the unthinkable by seeking solace in the hands of another man, just because the wife is being sex starved and she's not getting the attention from her husband, and the husband is having to travel all the time. Just like this film, a film that I watched some weeks back, that this Nigerian film, that the husband is hardly ever around. The husband's hardly ever around, and he is constantly He's constantly having to travel to different countries on a business trip, and then he will be away for certain periods of time. And then when he tells the wife that, oh, he'll be back in 2 days, or he'll be back this weekend, the wife will go through the effort, cook something nice for herself and her husband, and dress sexy for the husband. Then when it almost comes to the weekend, the husband is calling her saying that, that oh honey, unfortunately, I need to actually stay a lot longer than expected, where I am, because something has come up. So this has constantly been going on, that the wife can't take it anymore, that she actually started to seek solace in the hands of an old friend, that she went to school with many years ago. And apparently, in fact, the guy actually, he fell in love with her while they were in school, but she didn't know that this guy actually fell in love, and that actually really liked her. And as years went on, the woman got married to her husband. Then she actually met this guy, at her workplace, because this guy, was sent from another office entirely to work in line with her. Um, then after they went for lunch, had a chat. Then they caught up on old times, and then she told the man that she's married. He's like, oh, okay. Then yeah, they were talking. They became friends, and after some time, the temptation came in, and the temptation came in, and that very man is the temptation. And the man, um, took advantage, despite the fact that he knows that she's married, and started to have an affair with the woman. And it started off from one kiss, and then after that kiss, the next thing leads to another. Then after that, she said no, that this can't continue. She couldn't help herself. She went in. She became so attracted to this guy. It kept going on and going on and going on, until one day that she had a problem. She had a problem with her kidney, and she needed transplant. And unfortunately for the husband wasn't a match. And this very guy that she was having the affair with was actually a match, and this guy gave her his kidney, and she managed to recover from that. So my point is that it's kind of not really, it's not kind of really good, for it's not kind of good for such a thing to happen. Like when the hard I mean, yeah, it's not bad going on business trip, but to stay away for so long, and your wife needs the attention that she needs, and you're so focused on your work that your wife needs the attention, and you're not giving her that attention. So of course she will seek that attention in the arms of another man. So it's not kind of really the fault of that woman, but it's the fault of the husband, because he is into his work, that he is, kind of more focused on his work than his wife. So it kind of needs to be a balance. Yeah, okay. You need to go on a business trip, and you need to make money. Your wife is not stopping you from going on a business trip, to make money for him and the wife, but at least when you're around, give your wife the attention. Give her the attention that she needs. Show her love. Give her the attention that she needs. Just put your work on hold for at least just one day. So at least while you're around, give her the attention that she needs. Then at least she won't have to seek attention in the arms of another man. Because that's part of what drives women in the arms of another man, just because their husband is going on different business trips that takes him away from his wife. It's so important to that you need to give your wife the attention that she needs, so that she won't put eye outside. And then when it does happen, then you blame your wife. No, you don't blame your wife. You blame yourself, because you are more focused on your work than your wife. Take responsibility for your action, because you drove your wife into the arms of another man when she never planned on it, when she never even wanted it. You drove your wife in the arms of another man. Then you blame her. No, don't blame her. Blame yourself. Take responsibility. Take responsibility and just do the needful. Yeah, your wife, she's not stopping you from going on business trip, but the only thing that she just asks, give her the attention that she needs while you're around. While you're away, call your wife. Call your wife. Oh, honey, I'm okay. I'm just in a hotel because my office actually paid for a hotel for me for the duration of time I'm going to be away. So I'm good. If possible, put her on video. Put your wife on video, at least, so that your wife knows that that you're good, you're okay where you are, you're safe, so that the wife won't get worried. And at least she won't. She knows that she's seen her husband's okay, and her husband's going to be back when he said he's going to be back. But not to stay away from your wife for long periods of time, and you expect your wife to actually stay the way she is, and she's missing her husband so much. She's been sex starved. She actually wants the attention of her husband, and yet her husband is not there. And yet she has to, most of the time, she actually has to use the dildo to actually get the satisfaction that she needs. No. You need to kind of take responsibility and not blame your wife. Don't blame your wife for everything that goes wrong. Don't blame her, because she's not the cause. You're the cause. I mean, the wives does make mistake, yes, but at least they admit their mistakes, and they acknowledge their mistakes, and they won't repeat those mistakes again. So now, then make a plan. Outline a clear plan of action for how you will change your behavior and prevent the mistakes from happening again. If possible, first of all, it's kind of good, to write your strengths and your weaknesses on a piece of paper or on a poster. Write them down. Write your strengths. Write your weaknesses, and the one that is actually more bothers you, focus on that one. Then write down all the things that you're strong in, and all the things that you're weak in, and focus on one. Once you achieve that first one, then you can now focus on the second one. Then once you achieve that, then you have conquered. You've actually conquered that one, and you just kind of stick to it. You just stick to it and just be watching it every time, just as a reminder, so that you don't forget that you have actually written these down. So just keep looking at it as a reminder. Then, the last but not the least, seek professional help if needed. Counseling can provide a safe space and teach strategies for communication and healing. So, yeah, so again, the counseling, I have mentioned about this. I have mentioned about it so many times, and yeah, I will still keep mentioning it. Yeah, that's also one of the ways that you can actually seek the help that you need. They will give you the tools. They'll give you the key to help you to rebuild your relationship, regain your trust back, and will kind of help you to be on the same line of your husband. So anyway, guys, I really, really hope that this has helped as many of you. And before I go, please, please, please don't fail to subscribe, comment, thumb up, do like me, share with your friends and your colleague, and as many people as you feel that will benefit from this. And thank you for this person that came on. Thank you for coming on. I really appreciate. And yeah, so I will see you all on tomorrow. Once again, is your girl Adez. So see you all on tomorrow. And enjoy the rest of your afternoon. So see you all on tomorrow, by God's willing. Bye for now.